I brought along some quotes today, some love quotes, and perhaps you've heard some of them or whatever, but I'd like to share them anyway. It's they've come from various different places, different sources. Did you hear one is? Did you hear what one child said as he misquoted 1 Corinthians 13, and I mentioned that before, the love chapter. It says, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest disease is love. Rather than greatest of these, the greatest disease is love. I love that one. I really do. Anyway, love endures only when the lovers love many things together and not merely each other. And how true that is. How true that is. A wise physician once said, I have practiced medicine for 30 years, and I have prescribed many, many things. But in the long run, I have learned that for most of what ails the human creature, the best medicine is love. What if it doesn't work? Someone asked. Double the dose, he said. There's one couple I shall always remember from my days as a hospital admitting clerk. The husband, a heart attack victim, was immediately whisked away by the staff. Hours passed before his wife was allowed to see him. She was dismayed to find him hooked up to elaborate machines that blinked and hissed and beeped, etc. She tiptoed toward his bed and bending over, she whispered, George, I love you. And then she kissed him. There was a blippy blink from the equipment. He was okay, she later explained. After 47 years of marriage, it's nice to know that I'm still making his heart skip when I kiss him. So today we're talking about love, and I'm sure that you've heard about the love magnet. I was remembering when I was a little kid, being told or reading about. I don't remember how, but I do remember a little bit of the story about the love, the shaggy man, and how he was completely secure because he was protected wherever he went, whatever he did, with this love magnet that he carried in his pocket. And he received this love magnet from some island, someplace, some whatever, I don't know. I don't remember really. Doesn't matter. But anyway, he carried this, what was given to him as a love magnet, and said, you carry it with you wherever you go, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and you'll always receive love. You give love and you'll be protected, you'll be loved, you'll be surrounded. And so he did that. That's exactly what he did. And he found that wherever he went, whatever he did, he traveled all over the world, and people were so kind and so loving and so understanding and so everything. And he thought it was a love magnet that he carried in his pocket always. Well, as time went on, he found that it really didn't matter if he had the love magnet in his pocket or if he didn't. That there was something going on. And finally, he came to the conclusion that which was going on, he was expressing love. He was expressing peace. He was expressing all of this. And in return, he was receiving it. And so, people showed love to him, not because he had the love magnet in his pocket, but because he had the magic charm, that he expressed love. He lived love. And so You know, as a little kid, I would just, in my mind's eye, see a shaggy man going all over, and just hello and how are you and what whatever, and people being loving and kind and sweet and so on, right back again. But like the shaggy man who had faith first in that love magnet that he carried in his pocket, we need to develop. Each one of us needs to develop faith in love. And most certainly, I am not talking about being a doormat. I'm not talking about being a doormat. I'm talking about the love that God is, the love that expresses through us, and in wonderful ways. In fact, I was thinking, as I kind of cheated because I made out my little prayer sheet this morning before I came out here. But as I was looking at watching you folks, you were making out your little prayer sheet, and then as the ushers redistributed those little prayer sheets, requests, I thought each one, as you reached in and took a name, this is an expression of God's infinite love. That you are willing to pray with and for someone that you may or may not know. I'm sure that not everyone here knows everyone in our congregation, okay, by name, whatever. You might know by sight. But the love that's expressed when you're willing to take piece per request out and hold that person in love for a whole month, it says so much. It says so very, very, very much about not only person, not only you, but also about that love within you. You know, quite a while ago, I shared this with the congregation. I'm going to share it again. It's a church full of love. One of the things that makes this church so wonderful is all the love. You only walk in the door and you feel love. And I want to share with you very briefly that I have the wonderful privilege of officiating at weddings at our church here. And more often than not, wedding couple will come in, and sometimes the parents of the couple. And they get between our book room and the secretary's office. Let's see. Oh, I feel something. It's so peaceful. It's so peaceful here. Or, I feel love here. And I always say, this church has been built on love, and it continues to exist in love. So, the rest of this is, certainly there are friendly people to greet you, and there are plenty of hugging going on. And even when no one is about the echoes of friendly greetings enfold you, and sitting, and me sitting in my office, I can still feel love. I can still feel the love that's here. And each one of us, it's a consciousness. Each one of us that are here gives off that feeling of total love. In February, with the days of Valentine's, it's a natural time to reflect on love. How many persons have reflected on the power of divine love within these walls? From the very beginning, it was love. And few people, when we purchased this building, a handful of people, said this church will be built on love, and it has been on love. How many souls have reached within and to one another in love right here? Your listening heart can catch the lingering energy of so much love that has gone before us. The very walls radiate all our previous praying, singing, meditating, and loving. Growing churches are more loving to each other and to visitors than declining churches. That's the finding of a scholarly study of 39 Protestant denominations that measure their love care quotient. The result report states loving churches attract more people regardless of their theology, denomination, or location. People need love. People need love. And when we know that love heals, that love adjusts, that love is from God, then we know how that this whole idea works. We have a heritage of love to honor. This month, deliberately expand your love care quotient by adding to the very walls of with your own love. And do this at home. You can do this at home. Go through your home. Go through your home, every room, and speak words of love. Saturate the walls, the carpet, everything, the furniture with love. With love. Saturate yourself, your family, those that you love, your pets. Yeah, it's going like that. You know, I share again. Every morning when I go to work, come here or leave, I tell my kitty cat, I go in and find her, and she's either on my office chair or she's on the bed, okay, curled up. And so I go in and find her, and I kiss her on the head, and I say, Mama has to go to work, and you be a good girl, and I love you. I tell her that, and she knows that. And she sometimes licks me, and I think that she's telling me she loves me too. So saturate. And, you know, you're welcome to come in during the week here. Anytime we have a prayer room here. We have a prayer room. Come in and sit in the prayer room and feel love and give love. So receive your love here and add your love to this Jesus Christ ministry, to this church. Then to increase the love with your smiles, your hugs, your care, and reflect on love and create new echoes of your own again and again and again in many different ways. So anyway, we as a congregation express love, of course. And we're going to have a installation of our board of trustees, I should say. And here again, I want to tell you, these people serve out of love. They serve out of love. And the responsibility that they accept when they say, yes, I will serve on the board, is one of being a guiding light. And one of our board members that said that her time, 3 years, was up. And after 3 years, of course, you can your term on the board is expired. You can serve another 3 years if you choose. She said no, she wasn't going to serve another 3 years. And then she decided that she would. And the reason she said she wasn't going to is because what she said to me is, it's such a wonderful, wonderful experience serving on the board. That I thought that maybe it would be nice for someone else. And so, and you know what? It's a wonderful experience because we have a lot of fun. I see board members smiling. That's right. We have a lot of fun. It's not a rubber stamp board where the minister says this and everybody says yes. If there's a question or disagreement, we pray about it. There's love. There is love. And so, anyway, this whole unconditional love, and nothing is too much. You see, nothing is too much. That's this unconditional love is what we express one to the other. People may not do what we want them to do. We can't make people do what we want them to do. We don't understand why people do what they're doing, and maybe we don't agree, but they're on their own path. And we're required to love them. That's what Jesus said. He didn't say, go about making everybody think and act in whatever the way you do. He said, love. Love. That's the first law. Love. Love. And then he says, love your neighbor as yourself. And sometimes we need to take inventory as to how much we love ourselves. How much do we love ourselves? Do we listen to? Do we listen to our body temple? Do we listen to that still small voice? How much do we love self? We're pretty good loving family. We're pretty good loving our mate, whatever. But do we really love ourselves? It's important. It's important to take really to take inventory. How much do I love me? How much do I love me? Or do I put me on the back burner while I'm taking care of and loving everybody else? So there's plenty of love in our life because, and in our experience, because we love each other. And here, as I mentioned before about praying, our prayer ministry also is such a dynamic. This is love in expression. Because whenever a call comes in, here at the church, at home, our silent prayer ministry, I don't care what time, I can call them. If it's an emergency, I can call them. And they're on it. That's love in expression. So anyway, so this presence, this God, as I said before, draws us when we are established as God's love. It has a protecting power that draws us from the lesser and into the greater. I don't care if it's in relationships or whatever it might be. Because this love is, and even, driving in snowy, what they refer to as bad roads, that are snow-covered, icy roads. Envision yourself surrounded in God's love. Your car and everyone on the highway. Love goes so far in so many different ways. So let's take a moment, and I would like to suggest that from your heart of hearts, say to yourself, to every cell, every atom, every muscle, every in your body, I love you. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job our bodies do. They take us places. We have hands, we have feet, we have legs, we have a heart, we have a brain. How wonderful we're created out of love from God. And so take a moment and speak to your body. I love you. I love you. And I thank you for everything you do for me. I love you. Love is the perfect power. Surrounding me, protecting me wherever I go. Love is the perfect power surrounding me and protecting me wherever I go. If you'd like to say those words with me, you certainly may. I'll say them again. Love is the perfect power. Together, love is the perfect power surrounding me, protecting me wherever I go. Together, surrounding me, protecting me wherever I go. Love is the fulfillment of the law. Love is the fulfillment of the law. The love of God directs us, protects, fulfills our needs, our desires. Love. Love. Four-letter word, love. Love is all providing. Love walks in and opens the door when all else fails. Love is. God is. God is love. Love is God. Through love, through the power of love, I am able to forgive all those who have hurt me, and I accept forgiveness for myself. The power of love. I forgive. I forgive you. I forgive you in love. The love of God is my eternal blessing now and forevermore. The power of love is my eternal blessing now and forevermore.